So let's talk about the different types of accommodation that you can do when you're in the UK. I actually did an entire in-depth video about this. I'm gonna just quickly go over the types because I do get questions about this a lot. So let's talk about the types of accommodation that's available on Accommodation for Students. So first we have private halls, which are run by a private company instead of by the university. They're still set up how university halls are set up, how they're like dorms with shared kitchens. So pros of this is that they're usually the nicest option. They have the most amenities. A lot of them have gyms, which is something that a lot of university halls don't have. They're also all-inclusive, so if you have features like gyms in your building, that will be included in your rent price, as well as Wi-Fi, heating, and any other bills that you might run across. Leases are usually shorter, so if you're only going for a semester, this could be an option for you. Cons of this, however, is they're usually the most expensive because they're usually more luxurious. It might be farther from campus. If you stay in a university hall, those are usually right on your campus, but private accommodation, you might have to take a bus or a train or a tube to get to your classes. So next, let's talk about university halls of residence, which is what I stayed in. These are very similar to the private accommodation, but these are run by the university. They're usually right on the university campus. So pros of this, it's usually a super social environment. It's a great way to make new friends. Wi-Fi and heating and other bills are usually included in your rent price. And some of these are also catered, so you don't even have to worry about cooking. Going off of this, one of the cons could be there are long waits for your meals because everyone's going at the same time. It could be a louder environment because you're in a flat with a bunch of other students, so people could be having parties, coming back from nights out while you're trying to study or trying to sleep. You might be sharing a bathroom and you might be sharing a kitchen depending on your flat. I shared a kitchen. It wasn't the greatest experience, but we made it work. So last, let's talk about house shares or flat shares. So usually this is the cheapest price and you also get to pick your housemates. This is great for second or third year because you already have established friendships, so you can live with your friends. You also get more independence because you'll be able to cook your own meals, manage your own property. But this also goes into the cons. But this also goes into one of the cons because you might have to take care of your own Wi-Fi or heat bills. So this could add an extra cost on top of your rent prices. These also usually have longer tenancy. They usually go for like a year lease versus an academic year or a semester. And finally, similar to the private accommodation, this location might not be ideal. You'll probably have to commute to your classes.